have this report now from the Weather Center. Very strong storms moving into the New York metropolitan area. These storms produced heavy rain, up to 5 inches, some spots in southeastern New York State. Now raining hard in Manhattan, so it looks like rain tonight and more on the way. This system is going to be with us for a while. Looks like thunder and lightning tonight, some of it very, very intense. You're out of Montauk Point, you're in the Hamptons, expect the thunderstorms later. If you're in New Jersey, they've just about moved through the area now and should be ending shortly. We have reports of very strong winds in the storm, frequent lightning, very bright
And what's the latest weather from the satellite?
Well, according to New York Center, we've got storms 20 miles out during the climb. The crossing reads clear.
Call for flight 111, gate 17. Hi, Lori.
That's gate 28, boarding in 20 minutes. Have a nice flight.
KLM passenger Thomas Henriksen, please meet your boarding party at the information kiosk.
You remember everything. Passports, tickets, Loma Till.
Yes, Mother.
Daughter, the blushing bride. Wish I could be with you to watch you two exchange your gifts.
Well, I'll tell you what, we'll wrap them again before we come home and reopen them in front of you.
So don't forget, the office still stands when you get back here.
Yes, absolutely.
Dad, this is our honeymoon.
Okay.
You take good care of our little girl.
Oh, don't worry, I will.
The white zone is for immediate loading and unloading only. The white zone is for immediate loading and unloading only.
I already picked up our boarding passes.
Where's the cart?
Oh, they're picking us up inside.
Well, then next time, don't forget to call public relations at the airport and have the cart pick me up at the curve.
Right. I'm sorry, Mr. Walker. Your 2:30 with LaRue has been changed to Thursday, but your agent said that you don't have to take the meeting unless his script really knocks your socks off.
Good. Then you read it.
Okay, I'll read it on the plane and let you know if you like it or not.
You're a big girl now. I'm so proud of you.
It's cool. I wish Mom were here, though. I miss her.
Yeah, me too. Look, Grandma will be at the gate to meet you. Okay, and you be sure to phone me the minute you arrive. Yeah, give the old man a hug.
I'll miss you, Dad.
Come on, you.
We're gonna have to charge you for those 3 extra suitcases.
I understand.
Okay, Mr. Brett Young, one way to London. You have an aisle seat, first row, business class. Have a pleasant flight.
Thank you.
Due to severe electrical storms, how does your family feel about flying in similar weather tonight?
Well, I saw a TV report, and,
Oh my
and yes,
God,
I've
it's
got
Ethan Walker!
And it's raised a lot of questions for me.
What are we talking about? I'm gonna get to
Will you sign an autograph?
Sure. Well, what's your name?
Vanessa.
What a surprise. We're here with Ethan Walker, star of this summer's blockbuster hit Firepower. Where are you headed?
To London.
Business or pleasure?
Oh, definitely business, not pleasure. Thank you.
We're here tonight at the airport talking to passengers about flying in bad weather. Do you feel safe?
Well, Samantha, you might remember. You played the pilot in Flight of the Eagle. Personally, I believe you're safer boarding an airplane than you are going across town in Manhattan.
Special meals coach, 352 entrees, beef and chicken, even split, and 293 breakfast, 60 combos.
Hey, Lori.
Hi there. How's that little squirt of yours like in first grade?
He's learned a new word.
What's that?
Homework. Hey, what's this I hear about you leaving this run?
Oh, I don't know, I'm just sort of considering my options, that's all.
Thought you loved all this.
You know, sometimes you get a little burned out, you know.
Well, we're gonna miss you.
Whoa, Charles Buckman! All-Pro guard for the New York Cobras. 5 years running. 23 points and 12 assists per game.
I'm impressed, little lady. You really know your game. You play?
Yeah. I scored 20 points for my team once.
That's real good.
You know, I went to the game where you beat Seattle at the buzzer. I don't care what they say about you not being a team player. Still the best guard in the NBA.
Go ahead, little girl. You tell them.
Oh my gosh. Wait till Mark and Willie hear who I rode on the plane with.
Hey, guys.
Appreciate this, Captain.
Glad to have you. Any friend of Doc's.
I got here too late to file a flight ops, but I'll hand it in at the other end.
I have this report now from the Weather Center. Very strong storms moving into the New York metropolitan area. These storms produced heavy rain up to 5 inches. Looks like thunder and lightning tonight. Some of it very, very intense.
May I hand your
So
coat,
hug
sir?
your cats and dogs and get out the umbrellas.
Thank you.
Because this system is going to...
Yeah, that was Miami Madness. We had a lot of fun making that one. Yes, and I got to do most of my own stunts.
Wow.
You know, usually they don't want the actor taking those kinds of risks.
Right, like Tom Cruise.
I can store that in the hanging locker if you like.
I got it.
Here, honey, let me help you. We're ready to go. You got everything locked down?
Yes, ma'am.
So you've gotten your promotion to the international run, and I've gotten my promotion to man.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm a little excited. I mean, London, the first person in my family that's ever been out of Iowa.
Really? Well, have fun. The cabin is secured, Captain.
Generator?
Check.
Altimeter?
Check.
Fuel?
339,690 pounds.
Carl, they're beautiful.
That was my father's wedding present to my mother. I know she would have wanted you to have them.
Well, maybe one day we'll have a little girl to give him to.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard Royce Air International Flight 115 nonstop, New York to London. As we prepare for takeoff, we'd like to show you some of the safety features of our 747. Please follow along on the safety card to be found in the back of the seat in front of you, and direct your attention to the movie screen.
Manchester scored again. Not so loud, they can hear you all the way to Piccadilly.
Welcome aboard, and thank you for choosing Royce Air International.
Now you gotta open yours.
Following demonstration is for your safety and comfort. Please draw your attention to the overhead monitors.
A Power Plus 1600. Your father wasn't kidding. These things cost a fortune.
Yeah, the salesman said it has 2 giga somethings. It's all charged and ready to go. Just like my husband.
Excuse me, sir. You'll have to turn that off during takeoff and landing.
Oh, yeah, I will. It's a wedding present from my bride.
Congratulations. I'll see if I can scare up some champagne once we're airborne. Excuse me, Mr. Buckman. I've got about 100 requests for your autograph. Now, I'm not going to let anybody come up here and bother you, but I thought maybe later if I could round up a few napkins, maybe you'd sign a couple of them for the people.
Sure, no problem.
Thanks. It's real nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Good evening, ma'am. I'm Detective Ned Strong. I'd like to know if this gentleman has boarded the plane yet.
Yeah, he's aboard, but they're taking off. They're too late.
There's nothing you can do?
Sir, you'll have to put that under the seat in front of you, or I can take it for you.
No, I'll just put it in front of me.
Okay.
Thank you.
Come in, air traffic control. This is the tower. We have right there 115 heavy preparing to lift off. Handing over to you.
Roger, ground control.
Very well.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the captain. The tower has just cleared us for takeoff. We've been advised that this thunderstorm may create some early turbulence, but we anticipate we'll be up and over it soon. Settle back. Thank you for flying Royce Air London.
Let's get a shot of this Royce Air flight taking off. It's a good frame for the story.
I'm on it.
You've been glowing like a candle ever since we got on board. What'd you do, get a raise or something?
We're gonna have a baby.
Oh, are you kidding? When did you find out?
This afternoon. Jesse, he doesn't even know yet. He's laying over in London.
Oh,
I cannot wait to see his face when I tell him. We've been trying so long.
Oh, I'm really happy for you.
Heavy, your heading is 075. Where's flight 115?
Please remain in your seats with your seatbelt securely fastened. Stay calm.
Why are we so low? Are we going to crash? Look at the
Are
crash.
we? No. Just wait a minute and the lights will be back on. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain in your seats.
This thing needs to be turned back to the airport immediately.
Mr. Walker, please sit down and fasten your safety belt. Thank you, sir.
I want to go back now.
Look. It's a plane.
New York approach, this is Northern 602. We just experienced a near collision with a 747 commercial. Descending to 2,000 feet.
Sounds like somebody's found flight 115.
What's he doing out here?
Daryl, let's switch to paint. If his transponder's blown, we'll find it with the radar.
There's lots of little guys out there, sir.
There it is. His computer-generated signal's not coming through.
Why?
Lightning strike, that could do it.
But why can't we raise them? If it was lightning strike, maybe it took out the radio.
Now look at this. Flight 115's on a perfect heading. It's on an improved flight path, only not for London. It's a shuttle route to Philadelphia.
Something about a near mid-air collision. We have to check into this.
I got some on this tape. You got to see.
You can see it in the viewer. It's cute.
What is wrong? Are we supposed to just sit here while these people fly this airplane into the ground?
Everybody be calm. The captain will make an announcement. Everything's all right, okay? Thank you.
Captain Davidson. Captain Davidson, can you hear me? Captain Davidson?
Ladies and gentlemen, we have just been hit by lightning, which is quite a common occurrence. However, it has resulted in a power relocation. This is routine procedure and explains why the lights went out momentarily. Thank you.
You were having trouble raising the captain just now. I was wondering, is there anything I can do to help?
No, thanks. Everything's fine. You could take your seat, though. Thank you.
We still had no radio contact from 115. I've tried other bands.
Call Royce Air. Have them try the private line.
Captain Davidson, can you hear me, sir? So, I don't know. They won't answer and the door won't open. Captain Davidson!
Can I help?
I just told you to go sit down. You're in violation of FAA regulations, so could you please go downstairs and find a seat? We gotta find a way to get in here, because if these guys aren't answering, something is really seriously wrong.
Well, then who's flying this plane?
Do you need some help, ma'am?
I'm not sure. I think my seatbelt might be a little too tight.
Okay, let's try this.
Why doesn't it stop?
Ma'am, as soon as I know something, I promise I'll tell you.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, you...
It's just the landing gear, everybody. Everything's all right. Please just calm down and take your seats. It's the landing gear.
47 is one of the safest aircrafts ever designed. It's practically indestructible.
Still exactly on course for Philadelphia, except now its altitude is too high. Does that make any sense? Giving navigation's down.
Keep everybody away from 115.
Why don't you fellas go back to your seats and relax? They're doing everything they can up here.
We want to know who's in charge of this flight. We want some answers. Now.
I'm in charge. What would you like to know?
I don't want to talk to some stewardess. I want to talk to the captain. I'm going out.
Hey, you heard what she said. She's in charge. Now just go back where you belong.
Who are you?
He's another passenger on the way back to his seat. Sir, if you don't mind, please try to keep your emotions under control. All right, everybody back to your seats, please, and fasten your safety belts. Go ahead. Everybody back.
You haven't been able to raise the crew.
No, cockpit door's jammed. Can't get in.
Is there any other access?
Yeah, there's an emergency door.
Watch that cable.
Yeah, hold that back out of the way.
You should be directly behind the pilot now.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm gonna need some kind of lever so I can pop the plate from this side.
I'll find one.
I'm so nervous.
Charlene. Charlene, come here. What's the matter? Charlene,
happening again.
Charlene, come on.
I
Pull
can't
yourself
believe
together.
it's
It's not
happening
happening again. It's not gonna happen again.
They said it would be okay.
No,
They promised me that it would be okay.
Everything's gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be fine. You just stay here and, you know, pull yourself together. It's gonna be fine. Charlene, I'm counting on you. All right. How's that?
Perfect.
Oh, God!
Monroe, is it true that Flight 115 almost caused a mid-air collision?
At this time, we cannot confirm any reports about Flight 115, except to say that it's presently on an FAA-approved flight plan.
What about a report from air traffic control there's been no communication with the plane?
We are currently tracking 115, and we will continue to do so.
Is it true the plane is out of control? And if so, what are you going to do if it looks like it will crash in a populated area?
Excuse me, please. One more question, please.
Oh, God.
Probably electrocuted. A direct hit from lightning.
Would you please let us know what's going on up there?
Yeah, give us a minute, Lori, all right?
Look, are there any blankets up here?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, just outside the store.
Yeah, we gotta get some. We gotta wrap these bodies up and get them out of here. Help me with this door. Do you have any idea what's flying this airplane?
Must be some kind of computer autopilot.
You know how to work it?
No, but maybe Lori does, since she's the head flight attendant.
We better get her up here. Help me with the door.
Right.
It's changing course again, sir. Heading northwest.
Rochester. Syracuse. Why?
We need to move the bodies out of the cockpit. And I think you should take the passengers from up here and move them downstairs.
Yeah. Four bodies?
Why?
Well, crew's 3, so guess that means we had a jump seater. Well, okay. You guys, are you all right? Yeah. Okay. You gotta get back downstairs and just try to keep everybody calm, all right? Okay, there. Okay, come on, do it.
Lori, do you know anything about the plane's onboard computer?
No, I don't. Who are you?
I'm Brett Young.
Well, you know, right now, I should tell you to go back to your seat and stay there. But I'm not gonna do that because I need some help. And we are in one hell of a situation.
Well, we're still here. We're still flying. That's a miracle enough. We just have to think. What can we do to help ourselves?
Well, this plane's called a heavy flight. That's because it's got enough fuel to make a foreign turnaround. We can stay in the air for 16 hours. I mean, you know, it's something.
I hope it's enough.
Has anybody here been divorced? My wife and I, we went into the attorneys. She had her list, I had my list. And the first thing on her list was my list.
We interrupt this program for the following news bulletin.
This is Dan Paulson in New York. It has been confirmed that shortly after takeoff, less than 1 hour ago, Royce Air International Flight 115 to London almost collided with a Southern Airways jet. Earlier this evening, I spoke to Royce Air Flight Attendant Charlene Davies, one of the people trapped on Flight 115. This is an incredible interview because of the special circumstances regarding this story.
I wanted to be a flight attendant ever since I was a little girl. It's afforded me the opportunity to travel around the world, meet new people. I always knew there were risks involved, but you never really think about it. You have to move on.
Can you move on and totally forget about it?
Well, you have to. I mean, at some point you have to realize that every single flight is different. It's no different than being in a car accident. In fact, planes are safer than cars.
What would you say to people at home who are about to get on a plane and have a fear of flying?
Air travel is one of the safest forms of transportation.
I understand Royce Air has assigned you to fly a 747. That's the same type of aircraft that you went down on.
The 747 is one of the safest aircrafts ever designed. They're practically indestructible.
I think she's going into labor.
Okay, thanks. How are you doing? Okay, let's get you laying down.
Something with this wire.
I knew a couple of those guys for 20 years. God, what a terrible way to go.
You okay?
Yeah, I will be.
You already are. You're doing fine.
Wonder if any of these manual switches still work.
You know anything about them?
No, I haven't got a clue. We need somebody with flight experience.
Well, what about a passenger?
Well, it's not the kind of announcement you'd like to make over the PA system, but I'll think of something. There you go.
Calm down, okay? I know, but we're not gonna die. We're not. We're not.
Just breathe really slowly and deeply, okay? What's the matter? Something with the baby. I've already checked. There's no doctor on board.
Well, keep her as comfortable as you can. Hey, it'll be all right.
Yeah.
Just hang in. Come on, okay? Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. Do any of you have any flying experience? Or perhaps maybe you've got a few hours on a private plane, anything like that?
Why? Is everyone up there like that guy with the burned arm?
No, sir. Not at all. But we do have a problem.
Then who's gonna get us down?
We are on automatic pilot.
Switching over to the board. And Mr. Green just got here.
Who's Mr. Green?
CEO of Green Industries. His company just bought Royce Air last month.
Gentlemen, my name is Derek Green.
Robert Burns.
Mr. Barnes, I'm afraid you're going to have to explain all this to me. I'm more used to steel mills.
Well, I'll do what I can. Now, this clock we're watching here tells us how much flying time we have left. The computer monitors the plane's move, so we're always aware of fuel consumption.
Let's change course again, sir. 115's new coordinates.
Heading for Canada. Winnipeg. Patch in Toronto Center. Sir, if we have any chance of bringing this plane down safely, the first step is figuring out why these maneuvers keep happening.
How are we gonna get down?
What the hell's happening to us? I can't believe this. Are we just supposed to fly until we run out of gas and we crash?
We're trying to override the autopilot.
Mr. Walker, you're always coming up with last-second ideas to get out of situations. Do something.
Young lady, that's only in the movies. This is real. And I'm trapped up here just like the rest of you.
Look, you have to tell the rest of the passengers without scaring them. Now, everybody on this plane knows who you are. You're their hero. They'll listen. It would help if you made an announcement.
I think he's right.
Oh, that's great.
Now what's happening?
2, 3, testing. Hello. Some of you probably know me as Pillared Post, action hero, or Russell Dion. And I just want to tell you that no plane I'm on is gonna go down. It wouldn't dare.
You're doing fine. They're listening.
Come on, you can do it. You're an actor. Act.
I'm not that good.
Look, we demand to know what is going on. Why hasn't the pilot given us an explanation yet?
He's right. We need to know something. My wife's scared to death.
I don't want to stand here and listen to some half-wit matinee idol. I want to talk with the pilot.
Pilot's dead.
They're all dead.
You satisfied?
Ladies and gentlemen, please. Please. Now listen to me. This is very important.
Why didn't you tell us? Who's flying the plane?
The plane's on autopilot. We have 13 hours of fuel left. All we have to do is stay calm and wait for ground control to tell us what to do.
If we're gonna solve our problem, we have to stay calm and work together. Now, we need to talk to anybody on board who has either pilot or computer training.
Don't. Just don't.
We now have an update on Flight 115.
Airline officials are remaining understandably cautious. However, that 747 bound for London, with almost 400 passengers aboard, appears to have been struck by lightning. Here is that incredible shot captured earlier this evening.
Smoking.
You had a computer. Are you computer savvy?
A little.
You know more than that, Carl. He's really good with them. He can help.
Why do you need help with a computer?
Come on, I'll show you. Just in case you need it.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
All right, this is the autopilot computer. Now, I'm wondering if there's any way we can at least gain minimum control back.
We might be able to find a way of connecting my Power Plus into the hard drive. Maybe we can bypass the system.
Now, when these wires sparked, the plane reacted.
30 seconds more and they'll crash.
Jeez, they're going down so fast.
This was Joni's first flight by herself. Her grandmother was going to meet her in London. I can't believe I let her get on that airplane all alone. She's 10 years old. She's probably terrified to death.
How's your daughter's mother taking this?
Her mother was killed in a car accident last summer. Please, God, don't take my baby.
I'm so sorry.
Bring me up to date on what you got, Rob. I know they're heading north.
Oh, Mr. Green, this is Donna Preston from FAA. Donna, this is Royce CEO, Derek Green. Now, the Southern pilot reported all lights, interior and exterior, were out. Just after the miss, the passenger section came back on. The cockpit was still dark.
If it was lightning, even 2 bolts, the airframe should take that.
But what if the bolts were of opposite charges? An implosion could burn out the electronics, even kill the crew.
Then how would it keep flying?
Well, the 747 has a flight management computer. It's a combination of the inertial guidance and instrument landing systems. You can actually punch your destination into it, and it'll deliver you, point and click. Now, if that survived, they have a chance. The only problem...
What?
115's been flying at random. It keeps rerouting itself. It's on a course now for Winnipeg, but that could change. It could hit anywhere.
Or go down anywhere.
Lori found somebody that might be able to hook us up. Sorry, what's your name again?
Joel. What's the problem?
We have to somehow connect the laptop into this.
Is that the primary cable? What am I asking you for? You don't know.
We have to access the main computer and bypass that wire. That's what caused the last dive. Now, can you do it?
Can I do it? I don't expect you carbon-based humans to understand this, but if it's got silicon guts, Joel baby here is a heart surgeon.
This isn't a joke.
Let me get my toolbox.
Toolbox?
You think you can do it?
These computer geeks live on a different planet. But he's all we got.
A full 747, thousands of pounds of fuel, crashing into the heart of downtown Chicago. What would be your best guess of a body count? Gentlemen, like it or not, this flight is an armed bomb waiting to fall. I'm calling Air Force Tactical Command, just in case.
Wait a minute. You're not talking about shooting them down, are you?
It's not my call, Mr. Green. But I would be negligent if I didn't at least have the Air Force in a position to act.
You sure are taking all of this well.
Nothing else to do. Getting excited isn't going to change reality.
Yeah, well, I guess that's why I hired you. You can handle pressure well.
You hired me because I don't have a life. I was free to travel anywhere in the world at a moment's notice. I don't even have a cat that'll miss me if I don't come home from this trip.
I never even thought of asking you about your personal life.
Yeah, well, 8 hit movies in a row will do that to a person.
Gates, Wozniak, Andreessen, all these audio-visual dweebs who couldn't get a date in high school because their brains all got in the way. Reading Homer at 6, Heisenberg at 10. So bored in high school, they... I got it.
Now what do we do?
Oh, no, this was it. I just came to hook you up. I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
Look, I got it for you. Now you do it. I can't.
Tom, something really amazing just happened right here. I came by to see Sean Lewis, whose wife Beth is on flight 115. Believe it or not, some 3 hours into the flight, he didn't even know about it. Here he is. Mr. Lewis, can you wait just a second? What's going through your mind?
Look, I don't want to talk right now.
Look, is there anything you want to say to the airline?
I want to know what's going on. I want to know why the airline hasn't tried to contact me yet.
Is there anything you want to try to say to the airline?
My wife is 7 months pregnant. She didn't have to go over there. Her mother fell and broke her hip. This didn't have to happen to her, okay? Didn't.
How's she holding up? Not good. God, I hope she doesn't lose the baby. There's another problem. I just went up to the front storage compartment to get more blankets, and I found Charlene, the new girl, just standing there frozen. Yeah. I couldn't get a word out of her.
She was on that Southeast Air flight that crashed on the runway in Miami about a year ago. Well, I thought she was all right, but I'll go up and check.
Okay.
Stay here.
All right. Do you want some more water? No?
Small.
Hello? Lori, Tukey, somebody. Hello?
Something's wrong. Something's wrong.
Charlene, I'm stuck. Hey! Hey!
I smell smoke. Are you...
Stuck down here!
There's a fire! There's a fire!
Lori, there's a fire in the downstairs galley.
What else?
You got it?
I need a winch.
Oh, here. Look, use my shoe.
All right, I'm gonna pull from this end. Get me a towel and soak it in water. Right on 3. 1, 2, 3.
There you go.
All right, hold my legs.
Oxygen! Oxygen, please, quickly!
There you go.
aboard, and thank you for choosing Royce Air International. The following demonstration is for your safety and comfort. Please draw your attention to the overhead monitors, where we will demonstrate our important safety features on board this aircraft. Please take time to read the safety features card, which you will find in the seat pocket facing you. It details our emergency exits, their locations, and operations.
Careful.
It's now time for one of the most exciting moments of our flight. If you can get...
Despite words of official optimism, the mood here at Air Traffic Control is growing increasingly grim as experts analyze the fate of Flight 115. It's Federal Aeronautics. Administration Representative Donna Preston. Ms. Preston, is it not true that you're helpless to save Flight 115?
No, that's not true.
If it crashes, will not everybody on board die as well as thousands on land?
No, we would exercise a control before that would happen.
And what do you mean by that?
I mean that to protect the thousands of civilians on the ground, we might have to control the aircraft ourselves.
What?
What's she talking about?
They're gonna shoot us down. They're not gonna shoot us down. They're gonna help us get down. That's not the same.
There's another amazing twist unfolding on the story of Flight 115, now bound for an unknown destination. I'm standing here with New York City Police Detective Ned Strong, who suspects that one of the passengers on the plane may be a wanted fugitive. Is there anything you can tell us about this detective?
Well, we have reason to believe that a man involved in corporate espionage with the Defense Department has gotten on the plane in the hope of getting out of the country.
Have you changed your plans on how you may try to apprehend him?
Well, we could have had an agent stationed before customs at the gate at London's Heathrow Airport. But now with the plane flying out of control, we don't know if and when it's going to land. All we can do is, like the families, sit around and wait.
Okay, we're hooked up. Now, my guess is that if I can find a command bar and click on it, I might be able to affect the autopilot computer. I don't know, I mean, what if I send us into another barrel roll?
Well, one thing we know for sure, we don't want to touch that wire again.
Okay, well, that sounds like a short, like a new entry into the system. All I need to do is bypass that.
Look, just keep trying. We gotta find a way to land this plane.
All right, well, here goes nothing.
My case, my briefcase.
The black one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it slid down the aisle, so I put it up number 3. That the one?
Yeah.
Laurie, Brett, you better come in here.
Medical experts are concerned for the safety of passengers aboard Royce Air Flight 115, with NTSB authorities confirming that lightning has all but destroyed the electrical system on the aircraft. It is conceivable that the onboard pressurization may have been affected to the point of putting these passengers at extreme risk.
Now, we need someone who knows the system.
Call a service tech.
The airphones.
It's not. The earphones are down.
What about a cell phone? I mean, there are a lot of businessmen on this flight. Somebody's got to be carrying one.
Well, we canvassed the passengers already. Nobody's got one. They know there's a different system in Europe.
Well, I have one, but it's in my luggage.
Miss, what's happening? See, that thing's not going anywhere.
Well, I'm gonna go down.
Okay, I'll go with you.
Look, I think it'd be better
Look, I'm
if I...
smaller than you are. I can probably move around easier down there. And besides that, neither one of us knows where your bag is, so we're both equally clueless. Let me just go with you.
Not a lot of air down here.
Okay, There are 4 cargo hulls. This is the first one. We might as well start here. Down this way. Not in. Shoot. All right, let's get on to the next one.
Breathe in slowly. You're gonna be okay.
You okay?
I don't think so. Can't breathe.
Just go sit down. I'll find it. I got it. It's okay, it's just... you're just scared. Just move slow.
It's at 52,000 feet, moving into the stratosphere.
At the rate they're going, they'll be out of cap and oxygen in a couple of minutes.
If their backup oxygen doesn't work, we'll have a plane with 400 dead people heading for a crash. The Air Force will have no alternative. God help us.
Pull the elastic over your head. Put the mask to your face.
Lori and Brett are in the cargo hold. We gotta get them some oxygen. You all right? What happened to you?
What happened?
Hurry up. Passenger using the oxygen. We probably only have about 5 minutes left. Not much more than that. Let's go.
Hang in there, fella. We're in this thing together.
Brett, you go up to the cockpit.
I got a blurry command screen. I can't read the words, but I can highlight them.
Can you click on it?
No, we're still going up. Try again. Hit the bar beneath it.
It's all right. It's all right. You take your mask off. It's all right. You take your mask off.
I won't let you down, Abe. I'll get us through this.
I think I need some water.
You're gonna be okay.
You want some?
No, what I want to be is just left alone.
I'm bringing someone in to relieve you now, Daryl. I need somebody absolutely fresh.
I'm really okay, sir. I'd rather see it through.
Anything new?
Descending to 36,000 and holding, and just changed course.
What's its current heading?
Chicago.
It's not good news. I just got off the phone with Washington. They're tracking it with the military. If it approaches a heavily populated area, they might very well take it down.
Can I sit with you? It's really scary back there. You've really been helping out a lot. The other passengers were talking about you. One of them said that you finally realized that you weren't on the court alone.
You know, I think they're right.
Here you go.
I can't get anything on this, just static.
I'm not just gonna sit here and be blasted out of the sky by our own Air Force. Look, we need to take control of the situation before these incompetents get us killed.
So, why are you going to London?
Actually, I'm running from the police. I jumped bail.
Oh, what does that mean? Are you some kind of criminal?
Well, that depends on how you look at it. I worked for a company that designs laser communication devices. And I found out they were falsifying reports, which was going to mean a lot of dead Marines. So I blew the whistle. They were going to lose their Pentagon contracts.
Yeah, but you said the police were after you.
The company lied to the feds. They turned it all around. They said that I stole classified documents. All of a sudden, I was the criminal.
So why are you running away to London?
Well, I have papers that I think could clear me. And I have a friend who's going to help me sort them out.
I'm just gonna go down for a minute and check on my wife. We just got married yesterday. Or was it the day before? Can't remember. We were going to London on our honeymoon. Are either of you two married?
Was, a long time ago.
Yeah, once a long time ago.
Come on, Donna, do it. Come on, excuse me. Get him out of here, all right? Hey, get out of the way. We're taking control of this flight. Get out of the way.
Now you guys turn around and go back to your seats. Or else we're gonna do a little dance, and I promise you, you're not gonna like the music.
We've got to do something. They're going to shoot us down.
They are not going to shoot us down. And I think you should listen to him and get back to your seats, because what you are doing now is a felony. And when we do get down and everyone else gets to go home to their families, you, sir, will go to jail.
Flying out of control towards Chicago with just over half its high-octane fuel left. We now have film footage of a test done by the FAA showing what happens when one of these big planes hits with that much fuel on board. Now, another TV3 perspective on this unfolding story.
Just like in the movies, sometimes the adversity of disasters like this make real-life heroes out of everyday people. And we have a woman with us today, Jennifer Pickett, who's the mother of the head flight attendant on Flight 115. Jennifer, I know this is incredibly difficult for you. What must be going through your mind right now?
I'm scared to death. Laurie's the only family I have left. And I can't find out anything except what's on that television, and they don't know anything. Laurie is all I have.
I know how tough this must be again for you, and if you can just bear with me. You know Laurie better than anybody else. What can you tell the families of the other passengers, knowing her as well as you do, that she might be doing to try to save and help those other passengers?
Laurie's been flying for 20 years. And I know this is going to be hard to believe, but she was going to quit after this. This was going to be her last flight.
Farmingdale. It's an airport outside Chicago. I guess the autopilot's taking us in.
Then we may make it.
Shouldn't that say O'Hare, or what's the other one, Midway?
What kind of airport is this, Farmingdale?
It's small. It's too small to land this airplane. I'll get the passengers ready for a crash landing. Okay, let's go by the numbers. Number 1, secure your cabins. Belts, seats, then assess the outside condition. You sure you're up for this?
I need to be. I'm the only one who's actually ever been in a crash.
Now, there must be some kind of signal bringing us in. I can't stop it.
You've gotten confirmation. It's going in at Farmingdale. Put me through to Farmingdale Airport. Do whatever you have to. It's an emergency.
But if it's an airport and they're landing...
Sir, this runway is less than half a mile long. Only the lightest and smallest planes can land there.
The ILS is honed in and can't tell the difference between Farmingdale and a major airport.
What's the area like?
Semi-urban. Shopping centers and schools just beyond the runway.
Carol, it might get a little shaky around here in a minute, but I just want to let you know I'm going to get you out.
Ladies and gentlemen, we need to prepare for an emergency evacuation of the plane immediately after landing. Bring your seatbacks upright and make sure you are buckled in securely. Then I want you to remove your eyeglasses. Lean forward, cover your faces, and remember to do exactly as your flight attendants tell you to do as we exit the plane.
I'll be right back.
We can't let this happen.
Donna, if you bring this plane down now, there's no telling where the wreckage will hit. As it is, 115 will collapse the runway and crash the moment it hits. It won't get more than 50 yards. No, we have to contact the man on duty. He has to turn off that Omni. Answer it, damn it, answer it.
I've never been to Farmingdale.
Farmingdale.
Turn off the Omni.
What?
The Omni. Turn off the Omni. It's what's bringing that plane in on top of you. Turn it off now.
I only work here part-time. I'm not supposed to touch anything.
Turn it off or several hundred people are going to die.
Is everybody okay downstairs?
Yeah, they're all okay. I mean, they're disappointed that we didn't land. I didn't tell them what would have happened if we did. They're all in shock.
The problem is their computer could bring it down anywhere. And that makes any airfield a dangerous target.
Isn't it possible a system could bring them down safely without a crash?
Possibly, but there's still a significant amount of fuel left. And we don't know the extent of the damage done to the flight control computer. If they were on a final approach to a major airport and the system malfunctioned, the loss of life on the ground would be tremendous.
So you really think they're gonna shoot them down?
If they could make it to the West Coast, they'd have burned off most of their fuel. Maybe they'd have a chance. But if they start an approach to an airport before that, I don't see as how there'd be a choice.
We have just learned that Flight 115 appears to be headed west. Airport officials in New York have suddenly gone silent as to what their current plans are. We're trying to get information as to whether this indicates some dire new development. Now over to one of TV3's exclusive interviews.
Unfortunately, when there are tragedies like this, there are always a bevy of human relation stories that just tear your heart out. And I think we have one right here. We have the Porters, Michael, Jessica, and their daughter, Renee. And their other daughter, Lydia, just got married a couple of days ago. We're going to start with you, Jessica. When did Lydia and Carl first meet?
Oh, they've been together since college. Oh, they broke up for a little while, but then they got back together and decided to get married. Oh, they're so much in love. This is such a heartache.
I brought you some coffee.
Thanks.
Any idea where we are?
Well, we're headed west as far as I can tell. There's a lot of wide open space down there. Kansas, eastern Colorado. I wouldn't be far off. You spend a lot of time in London?
Yeah, long layovers.
What do you do when you're there?
Mostly sleep. You know, I can't believe my biggest worry yesterday was how to call the airline and tell them that I was going to quit.
Quit? Why?
Well, I just didn't feel like I was doing anything that mattered anymore.
Well, you can throw that theory out the window now.
It's out.
If we get through this, when we get through this, I was wondering if you might want to meet me over there.
Well, there's a little pub on Berkeley Square, beyond DeLucas. I like it.
Just know I'll be there. at noon, first day of every month.
Hey. So, any new ideas on how we're gonna land this thing?
Well, we just gotta stay high enough so we don't pick up any landing signals from another small airport. Right now, we got about 3 hours worth of fuel. That should get us to the West Coast.
Yeah, or the desert. We could maybe land like the space shuttle.
Or to a bigger airport. And if we miss, we land in the ocean.
Hey, check the screen. We got something there.
Well, picked up another airport. It's taking us in.
Denver.
Oh, God. Denver's high enough. Of course it can reach us with its signal.
Well, hey, that's great. We can land there. It's a big enough airport.
No, that's not great. We can't.
Why not?
Because we've got 3 hours of fuel on board. If we crash there...
So what are we gonna do?
We just gotta stay in the air long enough to burn off the fuel. Come on, baby. Take us to the West Coast. Come on.
Why won't they tell us something? Why don't they tell the family something?
Oh, here it is. Sir, give me a statement, please. Mr. Green, how many passengers are in danger? What are we speaking? What's happening?
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Erik Green. I'm the president of Royce Air International. I know how concerned you are about your family and your loved ones. Believe me, we are as well. And we're trying to get them down as quickly and as safely as we can.
My daughter's on that plane. What are you doing to save her?
Why won't you tell us something? Why don't you tell the families anything?
Everything is being done that can be done. As you can imagine, the situation is very fluid at the moment. If we have any new information, I'll get it to you as quickly as we can. I ask you to just bear with us for a little while longer.
Alert Seattle. Patching their approach control radar. Tell them there's less than 30 minutes of fuel time left. Tops.
Wait, picked up Vancouver.
Actually, Tom, there's nothing new. Wait a minute. I think we got something here. Follow me, guys. I see the father of Joni Baker, a 10-year-old girl who's on flight 115. Mr. Baker, Dan Paulson, WED. We're on live. I'm sorry to intrude, but I understand your daughter is on the flight. Is there anything you could say to us?
Well, it's bad enough that the plane is out of control. We don't even know where it's going to come down. But what really makes me mad is the Royce Air won't even talk to us, and we're family. I mean, they won't give us any information, they won't tell us what's going on. You know? I mean, it's driving us nuts. We deserve better treatment than that.
What's going on? Is my power plus causing this?
I don't know what's causing it. It just started to go nuts.
Oh my God.
just learned from sources close to Royce Air the Air Force may have received orders to shoot Flight 115 out of the sky for fear it will crash into a populated area. According to our source, the potential of tens of thousands of casualties on the ground has prompted advisors to the President to recommend taking extreme measures if necessary.
Check this out. Oh, no, not again. Go tell him in the cockpit.
Just breathe deeply.
Fire in the cargo hold, it's out of control.
The passengers in coach are rioting. We can't get them back in their seats.
All right, do the best you can. I'll be there in just a minute. Go ahead. I need you. Could you help me?
Hey! What's the matter with you people? You're acting like a pack of nervous rats.
I saw that. I saw that movie, Train to Kill. That's what he said to his men.
Get back in your seats and buckle up. They're taking us in. Come on, move it, people. Move it.
This is Kenneth Landau, BC Net. It has just been confirmed. The flight the world has been watching for the past 16 hours is now about to enter Canadian airspace. Having previously honed in on 2 U.S. airports in Illinois and Colorado, it now appears that Royce Air Flight 115 is headed here to the Vancouver International Airport.
We're either gonna crash or burn, but we've got to do something.
We got a shot. You better get him ready.
Okay, everyone, listen up. Put your oxygen masks on. Loosen your clothing. As soon as we land, bend forward. When we stop, the flight attendants will open that emergency exit door and we will deplane down the chute.
Well, what if the flight attendant can't?
Then I'll expect you to do that, sir, and help the other passengers out as well.
They're getting them ready.
White Rock.
Oh, wait. That's a very small airport. Right outside Vancouver. Grab the wire. Grab it!
Come on, change! Change!
No.
All right, listen. I want you to go downstairs and buckle in. Go ahead.
No. What about you?
I'll be fine. They need you downstairs. Go ahead.
Do something. Call White Rock.
I can't call White Rock.
This is Derek Green. Give me the White Rock control tower.
Nobody's there. White Rock is unmanned.
We're going to attempt to get our camera down to the west end of the Vancouver runway for you here. You know, never before have I seen this airport in such a state of mass confusion. In the skies, all air traffic has been temporarily diverted, and here on the ground, rescue units, not only from the airport, but also from the city, are being assembled en masse. It's really unbelievable. This is Kenneth Landau, BC Net Worldwide.
almost 2 minutes flying time left.
2 minutes cruising time. Climb out of White Rock, wiped out most of that. With no gas, they won't be able to reverse engines and they won't be able to stop.
The landing gear isn't coming down.
Get up to the fence. I want to be close if this thing goes up. Put your camera up high.
The plane is on the ground.
Everyone to not bring anything with them. We're going to take 2 people at a time.
Cross your arms across your chest. Let's go.
I knew you'd make everything all right. You were even scared.
You're wrong there, little lady. I was just as scared as everybody else. You stay here.
Thanks.
Hey, come on, let's go.
My baby. Is it going to be okay?
Don't worry, man. You'll be fine, man.
Can somebody call my husband? Can you please call my husband?
Yeah.
Are you all right? Okay, I'm gonna go and help out.
I'm coming with you.
No, you stay here in case it explodes.
If you go, I go. Till death do us part, remember?
Listen, there's a guy back here who won't get off the plane.
I'll get him. All right. Come on, sir. We're the only 2 left on the plane. Let's get off. Come on.
You'll be all right. You'll be all right, Eddie. Passengers are clear.
Good work.
What?
That was the first time since you've hired me that you've ever said thanks.
Well, that can't be true.
Here's probably another first.
I'm sorry.
Apology accepted.
Great. And I'll make a deal with you. You help me to get back in the habit of saying please and thank you, and I'll buy you a cat.
Deal.
Excuse me, miss.
Yes.
I understand you're the chief attendant.
That's right.
Did you happen to notice if this man was on board?
Yes. He was upstairs in business class when the lightning hit. There are 4 bodies up there in the pantry. I guess he's gonna be one of them.
Okay, thank you.
I knew. My first day back.